alimony to me is complete bullshit. You want to divorce me, but you still want me to pay. You want me to pay you to get cracked, as the kids say. You want me to pay you to get your back dug out. Get the fudge crackers out of here, bro. So yes, alimony. You can waive or set limits on alimony rather than leaving it up to a formula or a judge's mood. Ooh. Exactly. So number one, it's not about debt, it's about wealth. A prenup is not about debt, it's about wealth. A prenup protects sweat equity or future income. Number three, a prenup replaces the state's default with your plan, default plan with your plan. And number four, it secures family assets and children. I think that's pretty self-explanatory. This is vital for blended families or those expecting an inheritance. Generational wealth, it keeps inherited assets like a family home or heirlooms. And that's important too, because so heirlooms have sentimental value. You know what I'm saying? Your grandmother's necklace, or your grandpa's favorite toy as a child that he passed down to your dad, and your dad passed it down to you. All these things are sentimental value. A trophy, maybe let's say you're a professional athlete. You know what I'm saying? One of your you might have won a great trophy. Those things get confiscated. Now we talk about people with money, but like let's bring it down to earth. So yeah, like once again, a family heirloom, a home. You know what I mean? Something that's maybe it could be $100,000 home. You know what I mean? It's still worth something, and that spouse can claim that. You know, if you don't have a prenup. Family assets, children from prior relationships. It ensures specific assets remain in your bloodline for your children. That's important. That's important. And also, a prenup can specify that you don't have to pay child support for kids that aren't yours. That's a big thing too. You don't have to pay child support for kids that aren't yours, and you don't have to pay child support for any foster children that may because like if you're married to that spouse and that spouse inherits a foster child, that child by law becomes your child also. You know what I mean? You're responsible for that child also. So if in the case of a divorce, you would have to pay child support on a foster child. That's fucked. Anyway, rather than automatically passing to a new spouse. The purpose of marriage is legacy building. Yes. So one thing I always say, the purpose of marriage is legacy building and wealth transfer. And if you leave yourself vulnerable, you know, you drive a car, right? So you have car insurance, right? That's what a prenup is basically. It's just insurance. It's insurance without a premium. You don't have to pay the premium. You know, you pay one principal to the lawyer, get it drawn up. You know what I mean? Make sure it's admissible in court, and then you keep it on the books, and then you review it ever so often, make sure it's still admissible. You know what I mean? But like it's the purpose of marriage is for legacy building and wealth transfer. So the purpose of a prenup is to protect your legacy, pretty much. So number 5, a prenup forces financial transparency. Yes, because when you do draw up a prenup, you have to list out all your assets. Because in a divorce hearing, if suddenly the other spouse finds out that you have hidden accounts or overseas accounts, that money stashed somewhere that you didn't tell that spouse about, that spouse can claim that, and your prenup becomes void. And then that opens the floodgate for the spouse to claim everything else. You see what I'm saying? However, it also opens the getting the prenup also it gives you like the the financial medical report. You know what I'm saying? Okay, you got this much debt. Okay, you got this much stashed up. Okay, you know what I mean? And both parties have to be forthcoming and honest about their finances. And that's a beautiful thing. It's painful. It's uncomfortable, but it's beautiful. It's beautiful nonetheless. So the process of getting a prenup is actually a test of relationship strength. And this is one thing I say in my book, Leave the Fairy Tales Up to Disney, The Reality of Dating. Managing money means managing your heart. And so I wholeheartedly, no pun intended, believe that managing money means managing your heart. And and you really want to test a relationship. You know, I say this all the time. You know, the two most powerful things in this world are sex and money. You know what I mean? And so you really want to test the strength of a relationship. Test the money. Test how they handle their emotional bonds with money, or their emotional connection to money, and what that says about their character. You know what I mean? What that reveals about their character. And it'll tell a lot. It'll tell a lot about not just them, but it'll tell about your relationship with them. You know what I mean? It's very uncomfortable. It's very painful. It's very painful. You're digging into a lot of deep-rooted, deep-woven, deeply layered subconscious things. But you want to spend the rest of your life with this person, don't you? Or don't you? So full disclosure, legally, prenups require full financial disclosure. This forces honest conversations about debt, spending habits, and goals before you walk down the aisle. Alignment, it exposes incompatibility early and or strengthens the partnership by aligning expectations. Money secrets are a leading cause of divorce. This process eliminates them. So the purpose of a prenup is to force financial. One of the purposes of the prenup is to force financial transparency. Number 6, a prenup reduces costs and emotional damage. Divorce is expensive because it is uncertain. And Tyrese, I know the music artist Tyrese can testify to this. He's in. I don't know if the divorce is finalized or what. It was in the tabloids maybe a year ago or so, and he I think he stopped the child support. He avoided in his prenup. He had a prenup, and he stopped the child support in the prenup. And I'm pretty sure her lawyers put her onto this. But so basically, she couldn't get child support, or no, I think she couldn't get alimony. Once again, the state determines child support, but she couldn't get alimony. The prenup waived alimony. So what she did, but he was, I don't know what he was thinking. I guess he was being noble and benevolent, but he agreed to pay for her lawyer fees. So what she did, or I think what her lawyers put her up to get to squeeze, to wring the towel. What she did was to drag out the case for as long as possible to keep the lawyer fees going, so she can get as much money as possible. You know what I mean? Like. It's a dirty game, guys. It's a dirty game. But this is how they play. This is how they play. And so you got to play the game how the game go. It just is what it is. So yeah, shout out to Tyrese. Divorce is expensive because it is uncertain. You pay lawyers to argue over undefined rules. So cost control. A prenup defines the rules while you are friends. If the marriage ends, the rules of engagement are already written. Potentially turning a $30,000 litigation battle into a predictable administrative process. So yeah, with a prenup, you know what I mean? If you define these terms, so not only are you defining the assets and the debts and the assets and the liabilities in the divorce, but you're also determining or defining how the whole negotiation process or how the whole divorce process is going to go. You know what I mean? You're making it smooth. So before I get to the second half of what I wanted to talk about.
Do that freaky jam on the beat. Shitty with that butter shit that bone beat. Did you double do that song thing. Flicky chicky with some butter sip that phone thing. If you cheeky cheddar chuck, I get her own cheese. There's a chicken with that head or this bitch that won't be with the official with that whole steez. Like these each other wish that with that long.
I got racks to the ATM